So, team, you are what you believe. Absolutely. So, if you believe that you can never lose the weight, you probably never will. If you believe that you are an athlete, you are. If you believe that you are a professional, whatever, you will be. If you believe you're a great husband or a great wife, you are. But listen, it takes a lot of action. My name is CJ. This is Evolve Strong with CJ. I help you lose 10 pounds and 5 inches in 28 days. Again, I'm an industry veteran. I'm an old dog in this industry. And this is what I've been doing now for well over just under 3 decades, under 3 decades combined. And before I get started with this podcast, I'm going to ask you a huge favor. I produce this by myself. I don't use any kind of ads or any kind of sponsors because I want to keep it with Evolve and with me. Every time that I bring in another individual to sponsor like a podcast or something like that, I kind of have to fall within their realm. So I just want to keep you and me just that like that. So share it, like it, leave some comments. I'd really appreciate that. That helps me out a lot. All right. Because I love keeping coming back into with you guys and talking. I believe it helps a lot, especially in triggering just some thoughts, maybe a spark to help you get through your day or get moving, right? So I was really thinking about this because lately, just times are changing. Just times are not the same. We have the heightened awareness and emotional aspect of a very crazy election. We have a somewhat slowing economy to where individuals are beginning to pull back. We are going into the winter months now where the weather is changing. So things are just changing, right? It's not as bright and sunny anymore. It gets dark a little later. It stays dark earlier now. And so just things are changing. But your attitude does not have to change. Now, listen, the world is going to go on with or without this election. Yeah, it may be a little different, but you know what? You have control of you. You have control of your mind and your reactions only. The economy may be slowing down a little bit. And yes, the budgets may be getting a little tighter. But again, when you have a belief of growth and hope rather than negative and pullback, you will keep moving forward. Everything keeps moving forward if you do. And it's your mind and it's your belief system that'll get you through all of this, period. So the lesson from me, and I get into this mood every now and again because I have to deal with all this, right? I have to deal with going into the holidays. I have to deal with individuals pulling back. I have to deal with the sun not coming up right and people still having to make their workouts, right? I still have to deal with my clients' attitudes and belief systems. I see it, I experience it, and I myself get in the conundrum of negative thought, hopelessness, of actually just feeling just overwhelmed. But listen, I just got back from a week with just under about 40 individuals, 45 individuals total, with everybody's families included, doing yoga, sunrise yoga on the beach in in freaking Los Cabos. How much better does that get? But I do have to say that every morning I had this anxiety that I'm away from my office, I'm away from my regular clients. Who's covering my classes? Who's not covering my classes? And yes, there were a couple of hiccups, but I guess that's just part of the gig, right? So when I get back, though, I'm overwhelmed. I have to catch things up. I have to make sure that whatever damages were done, I clean up. I have to make sure that my team is back online. There's this sense of overwhelm. And there is a sense, I'm doing this podcast right now at 3:30 a.m. because I could not sleep. And so this is the reason why I'm here, is to get this message out because it's so fresh in my head, but also to make sure that I deliver on my promises on a weekly basis. And I just do it. I just have to do it. And I know I have to do it because within the work is the beauty. It may not be perfect, but if I am making steps forward every single day, no matter what, I know I'm making a dent in this world. And I know I have purpose. My purpose is to help inspire you better yourselves mentally, physically, and emotionally daily. I just do it through fitness and through this wellness podcasting and through a lot of other ways and avenues that we figured out. So I hope this very short podcast actually resonates today. And I hope that you can change your mindset to one of hope and take a ton of actions on that avenue. And I'll tell you, there's some good steps that I am religious about, meaning that I just don't get rid of these three steps. Number one, daily movement. When you move and you put your body in a different state, you actually can change the entire perspective of your day. And it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to really get that heart rate up. And when it gets that heart rate up, you release these things called endorphins. And those endorphins make you feel better and they clear your mind. And then what that happens is you burn off your cortisol or your stress hormone, which it could be very dangerous with inside the body. That's huge in regards to mindset. Now, if you need some help, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on my website. You can find me everywhere. Just use one of those workouts and try your best. You don't have to do everything I do, but just try your best. But get your movement in, get that heart rate up. That'll change your entire attitude for the day. And number two, be grateful. When you find yourself in that craziness, start thinking about the good things that are going on in your life. Because I promise you, more than likely, there's about maybe less than a handful of bad things going on that you have to handle. Now, don't ignore them, handle them. The worst thing you could do is ignore them, but handle them. But then what you can do is really think about the good things that are in life. And it could be as simple as that sun coming up. It could be as simple as your ability to walk. It could be as simple as maybe you have an opportunity to eat some good food today. Maybe it's a cup of coffee. Be thankful, be grateful for listening to this, right? Not a lot of individuals have access to this. So number one, move. Number two, find gratefulness. Find the goodness in life and focus in on that. Those are good ways to do this right now. And you are what you believe. So if you're hopeless and you believe that you're hopeless, you're going to be hopeless. But if you're full of hope and know that you can make changes that will help you enjoy life better, that's who you'll be. You'll be a change agent, right? I believe I'm a fitness professional. I believe that I can affect change, and that's why I'm here. And that's what I'm doing today. Hey, listen up. I'd love to have you. If you want to try my program, I'm giving 15 days away for free, 5 pounds off. Also, doing 50% off the first month for first timers or those who are coming back. Guaranteed 10 pounds and 5 inches. I'd love to help you. 505-591-4700. 505-591-4700. Text or call. My email is cj@evolvestrong.com. I'd love to hear from you. From my heart to yours. Remember, start strong, stay strong, always be Evolve Strong. Later, guys.